Hi, this is Ashley Kryn, and I just want to say Happy Pride Month to everyone out there who's LGBT, and I also want to say Happy Pride Month to all the cisgender heterosexual people. You know, um, Pride isn't just something. Okay, so I was listening to the Atheist Experience recently, the most recent episode, and it was the one after Fourth of July, um, and um, and Jen Peoples was on there, and she's a proud out lesbian in Texas, which that takes, pardon the expression, that takes some balls, but you know they also have a podcast called The Godless Bitches. Just look it up, Godless Bitches, and it's her and Tracy Harris and another woman whose name I can't remember at the point. Beth Presswood was on there at some point, but that was back in the day. She's too busy, you know, with other stuff right now. But Jen was talking about on the Godless Bitches podcast. I'm making all sorts of plugs. The only plugs I don't have are hair plugs. No. Um but she was talking about how um I don't know. She was talking about how, you know, she doesn't like it when people come out as straight. It's like I'm coming out as straight. It's like, and when I was listening to her, and that was on the Godless Bitches podcast, it was right around, after Texas Pride, I guess you should say. And I was like, yeah, you don't have to come out as straight. The whole point of coming out is, no one knows about it. Everyone knows you're straight, okay? We all know you're straight, okay? You don't have to tell us. And that's not a jab at all my cis hetero homeboys and homegirls out there. Because, it's all about pride. It's all about, the way I see it is, you know, like pride, LGBT pride is all about the fact that, and this is one thing that Jen Peoples was saying, is that it's all about, the fact that we've come through this, and we've we as LGBT people, we've been subjugated, and we've been, trodden upon, and we've been, you know stomped underfoot, under boot heels, you know in certain cases, you know literally and figuratively, because I don't want to invoke the Holocaust, but I'm going to right now. Is it was mostly like the Holocaust was most, and this video isn't about the Holocaust. I'm making a point. The Holocaust was mostly about exterminating the Jews, but also LGBT people went into those ovens too. LGBT people went into those internment camps. You know where the pink triangle comes from, and this is a history lesson for anyone who doesn't know, is in Nazi Germany, they had different triangles, so they'd put a triangle on your garment, on your suit, on your shirt, whatever, to so that the SS people in the Nazis knew what you were. So there was like red, I think, and I'm not an expert on this, but like red meant like communist, and there was like another color meant like political dissident, another color meant Jew, obviously, but the pink triangle meant that you were gay or a queer. You know, that's where the pink triangle came from, and and queer people, appropriated that, kind of like how black people appropriated the N word. And the reason I say this, and I want to show you something right now, just real quick. You see that? That's a United States Army flag. Now, I never joined the Army. In fact, you know, under Trump's new rules, I can't join the Army because I'm transgender. And that's okay. But my grandfathers, all three of them, is two blood and one step. They all fought in World War II. And God willing, none of them died in combat. They all died of old age. But the reason why I showed that flag is because with Trump and his homophobic, transphobic policy when it comes to the military, you know, my brothers and sisters and otherwise who fought and died to protect my right to be transgender, or just to be whoever you want. And see, that's the thing is, I'm not the type of person who just thinks, oh, you should be one way, and oh, if you misgender me, then I'm gonna fucking slap off your wig or some shit like that. You know. But the thing about pride, hold on. Pardon. The thing about pride is that we LGBT people, and with Pride Month and Pride parades, it's what Jen Peoples was saying, is we're proud of what we've come through. I mean, I'm trans. I've been transgender, and in case you're wondering, I just have to say this real quick. I'm female identified. I have other videos, and I don't want to go into that because I'm running out of time. You know, I was born in the 80s, and back then, transgender people were the butt of a joke. You know, we've come a long way. And, you know, what I want, what I always want, and what I've always wanted. After I pulled myself out of the malaise of gender dysphoria enough to, you know, get a long view and get some context, is we're all just people. And, you know, whether you're gay, straight, trans, asexual, which is an underappreciated minority, you know, in the sexual spectrum, whether you're bigender, agender, non-gender, and fuck Ben Shapiro, and dude, and fuck Milo Yiannopoulos too. Even though they're both cute, Ben Shapiro and Milo Yiannopoulos. Make out with you if I get drunk enough. But the point that I'm making is, you know, fuck the haters and fuck the noise, man. We should all just be ourselves and accept each other. I mean, isn't that what being human is all about? You know, variety's the spice of life, man. Anyways. I hope I've made my point. This is Ashley Corinne, also known as Corinne Wednesday. Peacing out. Happy Pride.